Black Hoody, I'm back cooking these goodies. Look at these views from cooking these foods. Yeah, fuck with me.
What is goody, hoodies? Back with another one. As you may well know, the kid's trying to shed a few pounds for summertime and for personal reasons. Therefore, I am a dairyless and breadless Joe Jackson. I had a craving for burgers. I wanted to make it as dietary friendly as possible. I'm sure this isn't great for you, but I'd rather eat more meat than a bunch of bread. So therefore, we have the protein style burgers here. One kind of traditional classic, obviously, as you saw, and this guy, the more barbecue style sort of take on a burger. I'm trying to be cheeseless as well. I did do a little Parmesan on these guys, but I feel like Parmesan's pretty natural. It's not very processed. It's not, you know, a bunch of bullshit, Americanized, just processed garbage. A little bit goes a long way, so that's my little sort of cheat in there. Don't freak out. There will be cheat days on this channel. There's going to be. This isn't by no means really a cheat meal. This is still, in my opinion, like fairly healthy and light eating. So, quick note, as you guys saw, that weird technique at the beginning, that sort of smashing the patty, I wanted to recreate that char that Smash Burger gets on their burgers, because I had it when I was down in Phoenix, and it was incredible. One of the best burgers I ever had. Yeah, I just wanted to give it a test myself. That was my first time doing it, and I think it turned out fairly well. The only shitty thing is that I wish I could have eaten it, you know, immediately fresh. With these videos, there's obviously time between eating and filming and before I can actually get to the food. So, you know, they've dried out a little bit, but I still think they're going to be really, really good. Anyways, enough of the long-winded jabber. Let's get straight to it. I'm going to go for this barbecue one first. Very, very good. Very nice. Patties are still pretty moist. There's that, the char is nice on it as well. It gets like a nice caramelized flavor. So that was horseradish mayo that I put in there. A little Sweet Baby Ray's. You know, sauteed onions. The grilled onion, so 2 types of onions. Or sorry, you know, grilled onions. The crispy onions, 2 types of onions. Sauteed mushrooms, everything's working. Really good balance of sweet and salty. And that kick from the horseradish is great. So, I've been a little bit MIA, but my next seasonal job thing has started, so I was working a lot of evenings, and evening is the time I can actually film. Back when I was uploading consistently every day, well, not every day, but, every second day or so, I didn't have much going on at night. That's when I have the place to myself. And for the last 9 days, I've been working every night, so haven't really had a window of opportunity to do anything just because didn't really have the time or the place, the setting to do it in. So I apologize for the absence. But now, for this next week, the Blue Jays are away, so I'm coasting. But still actively looking for a second job, obviously. But I'm trying to hold out for my ideal position. I want to work daytime and try to be outside, so I'm just trying to find something like that and just trying to kind of optimize having 2 jobs, one in the day, one in the night. And the one at night will be pretty much, part-time. So it'll be like 14 shifts a month. One of my subs commented that she saw me at the game, so shout out to you. That's funny. Happy Mother's Day to your mom. I think her name was Lisa. I'm not sure. Have to double check. But that was funny to see that comment. She said it was like seeing a celebrity. I was like, yeah, right. But I kind of get what she means. Just somebody that, like, you watch and then you see them in real life randomly. It's kind of like oh, whoa, that's crazy, but, I'm just a dude who eats on YouTube and cooks. But yeah, I've just been rocking these Blue Jays games. It's been good. They were shit in the bed earlier in the season, but now they're finally picking it up, and it looks like they're going to be hopefully doing well for future to come. But it was funny. There was a game pretty recently where it was all these middle schools day to come out to a game. I don't know if it's free or reduced rate or whatever, but it's all these young kids, anywhere from grade 3 all the way up to grade 8. And I saw, it just reminded me, I saw the kind of these 11 to 13 year olds, like those types, sort of like when the girls and boys are, I was just observing them as I was walking, just their little cliques trying to hang out, and you could tell that these two kind of were flirting, and like they kind of like each other, or like these guys are like really into this one girl, and it just reminded me of like back in my day when I was a little shit like that, and like when you're like trying to, you're learning about that's like kind of your sexuality, and and you're just starting to try to like get some ass, essentially, to try to wheel some girls or whatever, right? And it just brought me back to that feeling of like when you don't know how to be, like you don't know if you like each other, like if she likes you, or there's maybe like three guys going after one chick and you're all trying to hit, like, and by hit I mean probably just get a makeout, or maybe like a tit feel or something like that, or maybe like see like a flash of boobs or something like that. But wow, I just started thinking about all the shit that I got into as a kid with all that stuff, like games of like truth or dare, and like spin the bottle parties and shit like that. So funny. But truth be told, I was getting at it pretty young. Like in grade 2, I landed my first kiss for sure, and I've been was smooching steadily throughout a few more grades. Then in 4th grade, I got my first official girlfriend. She used to come over. We would eat Oreos and milk, and then we would make out. I was with her until almost into grade 5. In grade 5, I brought her a note saying, "Roses are red, violets are blue, garbage is dumped, and so is you." Or so are you. That's very harsh. But I was a little shit, and I was 12, and I didn't know what the fuck was going on, really. So, sorry about that. You know who you are. She certainly cried and was not stoked. I feel bad. I felt bad after that, to be honest. Then in grade five, there was this party, chip and dipper party, but there's a few of us who were a little, let's say, more sexually advanced than the rest of our classmates, I guess. And this girl threw a party like in her basement for her birthday, and it was me and my two best buddies, and then the girl who was throwing the party and the girl who I used to date. And we got like the other kids to like run lookout for us while we went all into a room and just us three guys made out with those two girls like interchangeably. And at that point, by grade 5, we were doing a little more than that, though. We were feeling around some places and getting acquainted with other geographical areas of the body. Well, let's just say that. And that was when I think back on that, that's so funny to me. Right, getting these other kids to just like look out for us while we're just all in there just making out and being sexual is so fucked. Grade 6 was a little bit of a dry spell, to be honest. Wasn't a lot popping. I ended up in the class with kind of more like the prudes. And yeah, they're just like they're just still very not on that level yet. I ended up in a grade 7-8 split. I was one of 4 grade 7s that ended up at 7-8 split. And oddly enough, like the dudes in the grade 8 class were kind of lame. Like they were just like, the grade 8 girls weren't really even vibing their own age category guys. And weirdly enough, the 4 grade 7s that got in there were actually like pretty like cool, I guess. So the girls from the grade 8 class were vibing us more. And like we were trying to like get at that shit. And there was one girl in specific who was like, you know, she's like that, the one girl that everybody's gunning for. And there was a long fought battle between about 4 of us. I won that shit. I'll never live that down. I was stoked. I wheeled the hottest girl in grade 8 when I was in grade 7 over even the grade 8 dudes. It was pretty tight. Then grade 8 came along. She went to grade 9 to high school. Obviously never like really kept in contact, but because she's high school now. And then I think she got pregnant like literally a year and a bit later, so maybe dodged a bullet on that one. No, when she was still even in high school, she was again like top tier. Like every guy was going for her, but I guess one guy laid it down in about grade 10, and I think it was grade 10, like halfway through grade 10 maybe, or so, had her child in grade 11. Had a kid young. So maybe it's best that I didn't stick around with her, because I wouldn't want a kid in high school. Fuck no. Anyways, yeah, it was like, it's just funny to think back about all those times and just like how young's too young for like being sexual and hooking up and like kissing and stuff. You know, how young were you guys when you guys were in tune with that shit? Like when you like understood it, like knew what all that was. I was pretty young. I kind of knew about sex, like inherently though. I feel like I didn't have to be taught. Like I feel like at a very young age, I already knew like what sex was, like without anybody even teaching me. Like I like legitimately by grade 3, I knew what it was. I knew like exactly the act of it, what happened, how it happened. I just knew that shit. I don't know. I think some people inherently know more than others, maybe. I'm pretty over this thing if I'm not gonna. I'm pretty over this. I'm pretty over this thing, to be honest with you. Just kind of like, it was good for a while, and now I'm just like, I'm full and I'm good. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that little weird segment of talking and these burgers. It's a lot of meat, I will say that. Patties could have been maybe thinner, might have made it a little bit better, but my first shot trying to do something that never done before. So you live and you learn. Can't grow without your failures as well. So I wouldn't call this a fail at all, but maybe like I would tweak something next time. So that being said, until next time, what are you gonna do? You're gonna eat good, and you live well, and you're gonna stay true. All right. Peace. Love you.